My pep's name is Richard Longfellow Sims, and I'll tell you a little bit about my pep. So, have any of you ever been related to a billionaire before? Raise your hand. No? You have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, anyways, it is about my billionaire. So this is about my kind, selfless, savvy, sly, smooth Grandpa Richard Longfellow Sims. Now, I'm going to talk about a few things here. I'm going to talk about his childhood, growing up, kind of just about some events in his life. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about his selflessness, and then some about his sense of humor, because he's hilarious. So, my pep was born and raised in Roundsburg, New Hampshire. A really tiny town of like just over 1,000 people. He worked in this small pizza shop throughout his childhood, where he would deliver pizzas all around town just on his bike. And he had a couple hobbies. He liked, playing practical jokes. He liked, he made greeting cards, and these greeting cards, like he would always try to get to be picked up by a company like Hallmark, but they never ended up picking him up. So this is a big thing in his life. His mid-30s, he got word that he was the heir to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Like the closest relative to the man who owned the company. And so he received close to $1 billion and the rights to be, the CEO of the company. But he ended up not being the CEO, but he did accept the money. But now on to his amazing selflessness. Now he traveled around. He went to New York to, kind of figure out some of the legalities in receiving the money, because that's where he went to receive the money. When he was there, he ended up meeting the love of his life there. He would donate, not donate really. He donated a lot of money to, I don't remember what charity, but it was a charity, and he donated like millions of dollars to this charity. But then also he would go help homeless people out. There's a couple stories of him being helping out homeless people. There's this one man that was playing guitar on the street one time, and this is a story he always tells people. So this guy was playing guitar, and he really liked the way the guy played. He was like, you know what? Come where I live, and you can just play for me. And just hang out with me and I'll pay you. So he got this homeless guy who played an old beaten up guitar. He bought him a new guitar and everything. They were best friends for the rest of his life. He also gave this woman who had drug problems. He got rehab for her and got her back on her feet and got her a place and paid her rent for 12 months, and she ended up starting some sort of business of some sort. Also, now I'm going to talk about, one more thing about his selflessness. He, at the pizza place that he worked, he would always decline a bunch of raises. They would always give him raises, or offer him raises because, he was their best employee. He would ride around on his little bike all the time. They wanted to give him a raise, but he wouldn't take any more raises because that's just the way he rolls, I guess. So last off, I'm going to talk about his sense of humor. I think it's where I get a lot of my practical joking is from my pep. And so I remember when I was a kid, I would go over to his house. He has this, his foot has really bad frostbite, so he can't feel a thing in his foot. So this one time, I would always hit it with stuff, and and he wouldn't feel anything. But one time, I got this hammer out and just started hitting it, and he's like, nothing. He was like, ah! And I was like, what? And he just freaked me out. And he's like, just kidding. I didn't feel that. So he'd always do practical jokes like that. he also had some funny sayings that I like. He would say that money buys happiness if you're a loser, which is kind of funny, I think. And he was all about, like, he never was a man of money, and he always just wanted to give back.